Today, in advisory, we are doing what's called language assessments. We are a school that is all about helping our language. Whether you have exited out of ESOL or whether you are learning English and you need me to slow down while I speak so you can follow along, we are all about improving our language all the time, every day, in every class, because language is power. And we want you to be as powerful as you can. And so we want to hear how you're doing with your speaking as well as your writing. This week, we will be doing just a little mini assessment. It's like a practice opportunity in writing, and you'll be doing that in your advisory. No stress. It's just a chance to talk and become familiar and practice before the WIDA or before maybe you're taking the advanced placement test down the road and you're going to be taking classes in college and you want more confidence. Whatever it is, it's just great practice to speak and record and hear how you're doing. And I know it's hard to do. It can be very hard. It really can. But just try. That's all we're asking. And it will be private. It won't be shared out with like the rest of the world or on this lovely STL. It's just for teachers to look at how we're doing and how we can do better. Okay?
Good morning, Sea Turtles. If I haven't had the pleasure of meeting you yet, I'm Ms. Rubain, the school counselor, and I want to make sure that you understand what you need to do to complete the service learning form. Did you know all students are required to complete 24 service learning hours as a part of graduation requirements? And you can see one word on my screen that's in several different languages, and that word is volunteer. So let's think about what to volunteer means. So volunteer is a verb, so that means that you're going to do some action, and it means to freely offer to do something. Or you can think of it as to complete a job and not get paid. All of you are valuable members of society, and you can learn that by going out and volunteering and helping in society without getting paid. So it's kind of your way of giving back to society. Now let's think about, where do you complete the hours? This is the most important part. You have to make sure you're completing the hours at a nonprofit agency. Some examples are listed at the bottom. They are library, a school, a nursing home, a summer camp, or religious institution. That list is small, and the amount of nonprofit agencies is very large. So there are a lot of examples that I did not list on the screen. So if you have questions about whether or not the place you want to volunteer is a nonprofit agency, please just ask me before you go out and complete your hours. What steps do you follow? For one, you identify the location. You make sure it's a nonprofit agency. You can either ask a supervisor at the location, or you can come verify it with me at school. You arrange to volunteer. That means you set up a time, a day, it might be a Saturday at 9 o'clock, and you're going to work for 8 hours from 9 to 5. You complete the job. So you actually go there and you complete the volunteer hours, and then you fill out your service learning form and make sure that form gets back to us at International High School. Where do you find the form? You can go to what I have on the screen. That's at www.pgcps.org. That is our school website. You can look for the search icon that you see that looks like a magnifying glass, and you can type in service learning form. If you do that, click on this link. It's actually the middle link. And then once you click on that link, you're going to scroll to the bottom of the page where you see forms and documents. I've also placed a link to the form in my Google Classroom, and it's been placed in Dr. Hank Sloan's Google Classroom as well. once you click on that, you're going to see that there's several versions of the form. The most recent version is the version that was revised for COVID-19 right here, and it is available in English, French, and Spanish. So you can click on that form and you're able to write on it on the computer. Okay. So this is what it looks like when you open the form. It has a reset button and it has shaded areas where you can type right on the form. Once you've completed the form, that means you've completed all of the information about yourself at the top. You've answered all of the questions. What did you have to do to prepare for this service learning activity? You have to describe exactly what you did. Did you pick up trash? Did you package food? Did you help distribute vegetables like we did at school last week? Exactly what did you do? Then you log your hours. You put the dates that you went, you put the activity you completed, and you put the hours. The example here is 3:15 to 4:15, and we know that would be a total of 1 hour. But if you went from 3:15 to 7:15 p.m., then it would change to a total of 4 hours. Hopefully you can sign the document. I notice it's not shaded right here right now, so I'm not sure if that's something that you can write in the signature or not, but you can write in the date. And I'll speak to Ms. Wilhite about the fact that it's not shaded in, because I did notice that when I was going through the form. You download it as a PDF, and then you send the completed forms to me, the counselor, robin.rebane@pgcps.org, or Miss Wilhite, and her email is elise.wages@pgcps.org. And I'm sorry, I said or. Actually, I prefer you send it to both of us. So if something happens and the form goes into the spam box or it's not delivered, at least one of us has your form. And as always, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me. And please make sure that your site is at a nonprofit agency before you start. Well, that's all for today. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you around on Zoom.
I am Miss Ballinger, school social worker. Okay, I'm going to be discussing a new form for the school, which I created with the help of several people, that we're going to be sending to you guys every Monday and Wednesday. And the form is in English and Spanish. I apologize if you speak another language. I hope we can get it in your language soon. But for right now, it's in English and Spanish. And the form is how are you? Or in Espanol, ¿cómo estás? So I'm going to explain it, okay? Now, you may be wondering who will get these answers, who's going to see your private information. So only the counselor, Ms. Rubain, and I can see the response. So solo la consejera, señora Rubain, y yo podemos verlo, okay? So nobody else will see it, okay? So you can answer, okay? We know it's hard. Sabemos que es difícil, pero your answers are private. Las respuestas son privadas, and we are here to help you. So all you have to do is put in your email address, so su correo electrónico aquí, and your first name and last name, su apellido aquí, and your grade level, okay? And then you answer the questions. How are you doing? ¿Cómo estás hoy? All right? So if you feel happy, si tú sientes contento, haga un clic aquí, click here if you are happy, or if you're not happy. If you're angry, you would click this one. So si tú sientes enojado, haga un clic aquí, okay? And then we have these other questions, like how is your family doing? And 1 is the worst, is el más peor, and 5 is the best. So, for example, if your family is not doing good, so si tu familia no está bien, haga un clic aquí, click here. All right? So if they're doing good, click here. Si tu familia está bien, haga un clic aquí. So this is not, you don't have to do this form. No es mandatorio. Pero I can understand what's going on for you if you complete it. And only Rubain and I will see it. So you complete the form, and here, especially let us know how you are doing in your work, okay? And then when you're finished, all you do is click send, and then we will get it, okay? Hope this helps you. Look forward to seeing you later. Bye.